Britain has some of the most congested roads in Europe. And it's the emergency services on two wheels that can scythe through the traffic and get vital help where it's most needed, fast.
All right. Pain coming back?
Yeah.
All right, okay, let's get you on the bed.
I don't know what's happening to you. Do you know? What do you mean?
We're on the front line with Wiltshire Police and West Midlands Ambulance Service as they protect the public and save lives. Coming up, there's been a stabbing in Birmingham.
Is it just the one blow you felt to your body? Yeah?
A cyclist is injured after a collision with a car.
Have you got pain anywhere else at all?
Yeah, I'm getting worse.
The pain in your arm's getting worse.
And we meet the off-road bike cops. Birmingham, early afternoon. A 999 call is coming in. On duty, biker paramedic Mark Hayes.
We've got reports of a female in the street being stabbed.
On his Yamaha FJR 1300, Mark can cut through the traffic faster than a traditional ambulance. The bikes carry all the same equipment as an ambulance and are fitted with our cameras, so we arrive at the scene of an incident the second they do. A woman's been attacked in the street 2 miles away. The biker paramedics can cut through the traffic so fast that they often arrive on scene before any other emergency service. The journey takes Mark just 3 minutes, and he's there so quickly, he doesn't know if it's safe to approach.
We all right to get to scene?
Yeah, the officer's there with them.
Scissor her up. Yeah, that's received, thank you.
The victim's being helped by police and bystanders.
Okay. What's going on? Hello.
Are you a medic?
I'm paramedic, yeah. Just sit yourself down a second, my love. Sit yourself down, don't move. Okay, does anybody know what's going on? Can I just ask, just for some because I can't hear the patient. Right. How many blows did you feel to your body? Do you want to grab a blanket for us as well, please, Stu? Right, okay. Is it just the one blow you felt to your body? Yeah? Just one wound that I can see at the moment.
Fellow paramedic Steve has arrived as backup.
And I need to have a listen to your chest, it's really important, all right? Deep breath in for me, deep breath in. No talking, deep breath. Okay. So I have a pneumothorax on the right side.
A pneumothorax is a collapsed lung. If the lung has collapsed, it would mean the stab wound has penetrated the chest.
Still sharp scratch, 1, 2, 3. Nice and still, well done.
Mark needs to get her to hospital immediately. She's awake now, but if her lungs aren't working properly, she could collapse at any moment.
Okay, nice and slowly. The location of the stab wound, believe it may have punctured a lung. We're not too sure, we need to reassess. So we've got IV access, we're going to alert the hospital and we'll get going. How do you feel?
I'm going to go nice and steady.
Tired.
Tiredness could be a symptom of lack of oxygen in the blood or a symptom of shock.
At the moment, blood pressure's dropping. Obviously, if it was hemorrhage, we'd have an increased heart rate. At the moment, if anything, heart rate's dropped, it's on the slow side, and the blood pressure's also dropped. Obviously, it's quite serious at the moment. You all right? What we got? It's got a bag of fluids.
The woman's low blood pressure could also be down to shock, or it could be due to the loss of blood. Mark wants to get fluids into the woman's blood system to replace some of the volume of blood that she's lost. With blue lights on and sirens blaring, the ambulance is at the hospital in just a few minutes. Mark hands over to the trauma team.
Stabbings, I mean, they can go from one extreme to another. You know, you can have a simple stab wound to a hand or an arm. You know, the moment we start to see stab wounds in the chest and the back, you've got to start thinking on your feet. The old adrenaline starts going. Unfortunately, nowadays, stabbings, shootings are a regular occurrence. So you can go out to your first job of the day, which could be an elderly lady fallen, and it can be a nice, simple, pleasing job satisfaction, and then the next thing you could be doing, you could be working on somebody that's been shot or been stabbed. You know, unfortunately, it's a sign of the times, and you do get used to it. It's sad to say.
Birmingham, early evening. The streets are beginning to fill with commuters rushing home from work. A 999 call is coming in.
Yeah, received, thank you.
A cyclist and a car have collided in the rush hour traffic. Every year, more than 2,500 cyclists are killed or seriously injured on the UK's roads. When Mark arrives, the cyclist is already on his feet, but he's in pain. A police car was just behind the cyclist, and the officers witnessed the incident.
Hello. How are we doing?
Yeah.
All right. What's happened?
Yeah, it's my chest hurt at the moment.
Okay, what happened?
I'm going across there. He came across and banged the sword of him.
He's gone like that up the screen and then back off his car.
Keep nice and still for me a second.
Yeah.
What's your first name?
Malcolm.
Malcolm. Have you got any pain in your neck at all?
No.
None at all?
No.
Any pain in your back?
No.
No, nothing at all?
No.
Any pins and needles anywhere?
No.
No.
Just my arm aching and me.
Okay, and pain across your chest?
It hurts to talk.
Okay, if you take a deep breath, does it hurt?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Is there much damage to the car? Do me a favour then. Are you all right to just try and sit on that fence there and we'll have a proper look at you? Just take a seat there and I'm going to go and grab some gear. All right.
Mark's worried Malcolm's in shock, and the adrenaline is masking injuries. He wants to check him over properly.
So Malcolm, other than the pain that you've got in your chest at the moment, have you got pain anywhere else at all?
Yeah, I'm getting worse.
The pain in your arm's getting worse?
Yeah.
It's painful to move your arm?
It isn't too painful. It's just aching.
Okay. Okay.
It's getting worse now.
Are you allergic to anything apart from cars?
Yeah, it's one of them things, that's all.
Okay. So you're coming from which direction?
And across there,
Yeah.
I go straight across there.
Yeah.
And then suddenly he was there. Yeah.
And you've gone straight into the side, up onto the windscreen?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, just relax there. Lovely, that's great. Your oxygen saturation is actually okay, so that's fine.
Yeah.
You're a bit cold there, aren't you?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll grab you a blanket.
With all high-speed impacts, there's a danger of internal injuries.
Yeah, that's right.
Mark wants to check there are no irregularities with Malcolm's heart or lungs.
I know. That hurt.
Yeah.
In. I know. The important thing is air entry into your lungs. You've got perfect air, thank you. You've got good air entry bilaterally, so that's all good. Oxygen saturation's good. It's bitterly cold. Can't examine you properly here, so we'll have an ambulance come. We'll examine you on the back of the ambo. All right.
Yeah.
We'll take a slow walk now, come to the ambulance. I'll grab your stuff. I'll grab your stuff, don't worry about that. Come on.
It's more on your footing, okay.
In the ambulance, the team run an ECG to check on Malcolm's heart.
Nothing too untoward going on our ECG there, mate. For your injuries that you sustained, and obviously because you've been in a bit of a traumatic incident, then we're going to pop you at the hospital anyway. Is that okay with you?
Yeah.
I'm going to go. I'll leave you to it, Malcolm. All the best, mate. Take care. And because the gentleman's complaining of chest pain, we've done a 12-lead ECG. that turns out okay. His symptoms are still consistent with, you know, smacking his chest on the side of a car. But what we have to bear in mind is coming downhill on a push bike, he can still gather a bit of speed and a car's pulled straight in front of him. In effect, he's T-boned the car. Obviously, his body's going to stop. Internal organs will carry on moving. So there is potential there for injury. This occasion, I don't think that's the case. But we're going to get him checked anyway.
Early morning, Wiltshire. On patrol, biker cop PC Andy Stanley. PC Stanley parks up to keep an eye on passing traffic, and he's only there for a moment when he spots a car coming the other way with an iced-up windscreen.
Your vehicle, is it?
Yeah.
Come here. When I first saw you, no way on earth could you see out of that screen.
All right, okay, no worries, I'll clear it now.
Have you got your licence with you?
No, I haven't, no.
Right. Smell cannabis emanating from you?
No, not really, no.
Okay, what I'm proposing to do, I'm going to deal with the windscreen. You haven't got a proper view ahead. And that's an offence of caution. You don't have to say anything, but it may harm your defence when you question something which later on in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence, okay?
The man makes a last-minute attempt to clear his windscreen, but it's too little too late for PC Stanley.
He's made good, but obviously he's committed the offence of not having a proper view ahead. And I'll give him the option to take part in the fixed point scheme, or you can have the matter heard in court. I've got a photograph on the PDA which I'll present to the court if need be. Do you have any points in your licence?
Yeah.
How many have you got?
3.
3. Right, this is going to result in a further 3 points, but the option to have the matter heard in court if you so wish to do so. All right? But I'm proposing to deal with it by way of fixed...
With a fine as well?
Yeah, £60. I'm proposing to deal with it by way of fixed penny notice on the roadside, all right?
Same as a speeding ticket, this one, is it?
Similar, yeah.
Take it in and... I can't believe you can get a ticket for your windscreen, but you never know, do you?
But there's another issue bothering PC Stanley, the smell of cannabis.
Do you use cannabis?
Yeah, often.
When was the last time you consumed it? Or had it?
It was about 7:30 this morning. That was it, I've got to go to work now, so you might be able to smell a little bit now.
Yeah.
I mean,
is there any in the car now?
No.
Have you got any on you now?
No, my tobacco.
Do you know any in your pouch?
There's a little bit in there, yeah.
Right. What I'm going to do is search under section 23 of PACE, Police Criminal Evidence Act search. I can smell cannabis, as you said, from the car. You've had some this morning.
I just want to get it out for you.
Yeah. Is it just weed?
Cannabis is proven to slow reactions and impair judgment. And driving whilst under the influence of drugs is just as serious as drink driving in the eyes of the law.
Right, I'm going to seize that.
Yeah, that's no problem, take it.
Right, that's your pouch back. No other...
No, there's
nothing on your top?
No,
right.
That's it.
Okay.
With the driver admitting the use of cannabis, PC Stanley has to test him to see if he's fit to be driving.
What we're proposing to do is what they call a fit test, field impairment test. He's driving a vehicle. He's admitted consumption of cannabis at 7:30 this morning, so we'll go from there.
The test will take place in the safety of Chippenham Police Station. The field impairment test is designed to establish how badly the driver is affected by drink or drugs. If he's unable to complete the test satisfactorily, he'll be arrested and blood will be taken to see just how much cannabis is in his system.
Because you've admitted the consumption of cannabis prior to driving, I've got a power under the provisions of Road Traffic Act to request you take part in what we call a preliminary impairment test. Turn face me, mate. Right, I'm going to examine the size of your pupils, comparing them with to this gauge. Left and right 3. And what I need to do is stand up straight with your heels and toes together. When I tell you, tilt your head back slightly and close your eyes. When you think 30 seconds has passed, bring your head forward, open your eyes and say stop. Tilt your head back slightly, close your eyes. When you think 30 seconds has passed, bring your head forward, open your eyes, say stop. If you begin now.
Stop.
How long was that?
About 35 seconds, I think.
Okay. 28.
Nice.
Okay, if you can imagine there's a line.
Yep. Straight down towards that
so
balloon.
turn and face that way. Left foot on the line, so imaginary line, and then place your right foot on the line, but in front of your left foot, touching heel to toe. On you go.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, the next test is the one leg stand. When I tell you, you must raise your right foot 6 to 8 inches. So I'm going to ask you to raise your foot and it'll be like that. If you stand right foot out, count 1001, 1002.
1001, 1002, 1003, 1020, 1021.
Stop, right. Relax, relax. And what I've seen, okay, I'm going to arrest you on suspicion of driving a motor vehicle through drink or drugs. Okay, I believe you to be impaired.
Okay.
You don't have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you don't mention when questioned something which led to a line court. Take a seat in there. Do I need to put any bracelets on you?
No.
All right, mate.
Can I have a quick cigarette before I go?
No, because you're under arrest now, all right?
PC Stanley and his colleague take the driver to Melksham Police Station for further investigation. If found guilty, he could be banned from driving and fined up to £5,000.
We've obviously got an allegation, we need to investigate that. So we need to carry out tests. So in a minute you'll be invited to provide a sample of breath. Depending upon the result from that will then depend upon where we go further. The doctor will be requested to take a sample of blood. I am going to authorise the officers to strip search you. That's because you have been arrested for a drug-related offence and I need to make sure that you haven't got anything concealed upon your person.
The gent's been booked into custody. We found no other drugs on him. You know, if he's been involved in a collision and knocked someone over, or worst case scenario, killed someone, you know, it's the same as drink driving. If you drink, you run the gauntlet of being stopped and killing someone and going to prison for it. So no, I haven't got any sympathy for him at all.
It's lunchtime on a rainy Birmingham day when the next emergency call comes in to the biker paramedics. It's come from one of the many student accommodation blocks in the city. Biker paramedic Steve Harris is responding. With 4 major universities, the city of Birmingham is home to over 75,000 students, one of the highest student concentrations in the country. The student hall is just under a mile away, and Steve makes it through the lunchtime traffic in just 2 minutes. Steve finds the patient waiting outside for him. Another ambulance car is already on scene. Steve takes charge.
Hello.
Hello.
What's your name?
I'm Leah.
Hello, Leah. I'm Steve. Here you go. How much did you have to drink last night?
1 glass of wine when I finished work.
Yeah.
2 glasses of 7.5% wine because it was cheap. A few shots and 3 vodka mixers, which as a student isn't much, and I've drunk a lot more.
No, that's fine. You sleep okay?
I remember being in the club, then I woke up.
Right. Where did you wake up?
In my room.
In your room at home?
I wasn't.
Yeah.
I was undressed, and I can't remember getting myself undressed. Apparently, my flatmate had to carry me home.
Right. So you were with somebody, you were with your
think so,
flatmates
yeah.
and everything? Okay. Do you remember the fall?
No.
No?
I was outside and they said I was standing outside Gatecrasher, my legs went up and my head just went smack on the floor.
Okay.
And the paramedic apparently checked me out there, but I can't remember it, which is why I want to get myself checked out.
Okay. Right, let me just have a quick feel.
Right
Are
there.
you aware of... Oh, I can
Where
feel
you're
that,
coming
yes,
from.
I can feel that. Yeah. Any other aches and pains?
Yeah, my knees, both my knees are bruised.
Marked? Yep. Is the other one the same?
Yeah.
Similar? It's okay. Obviously, we're out in the street. There's little I can do until the ambulance gets here. I'll just check out where they're coming from, okay? We'll pop you in. We'll take you down to the hospital and we'll get you checked. 212, just to confirm, ambulance required, B Bravo.
Steve wants Leah to have her head injury checked over in hospital, but meanwhile, bits of last night are coming back to her.
I woke up this morning with a lump on my head, which is bruised, a little bit of black eye there, and it's swollen. My hand's swollen, that part of my hand's swollen, both my knees are bruised, one's scratched and it hurts. A Apparently I saw a paramedic last night and they wanted me to go to hospital. One of my friends did, but I told them to probably go away in less polite terms. And I want to get myself checked out for concussion. And I think I might have had my drinks back because I didn't drink much compared to students. I think that's bruised or swollen.
It's certainly marked up, enter.
There.
Yep, let's see. You make a fist. Yeah. That causing you any pain or discomfort?
Hurts a little bit.
Okay. I mean, once we're in hospital with you, they'll sort of, you know, they can check you top to toe.
I think really silly.
Hello there. Hiya. She's had a mixture of drinks, which would be my concern, not so much the amount. I don't know whether it's the mixture of drinks that have caused the problem or whether she has had a drink spike. When alcohol's involved, very often they become aggressive, they're not thinking straight, they're not thinking of themselves or consequences. And it's a problem that we get, you know. It's not isolated to students, and I'd hate to give that impression, but this is a problem.
The job of a paramedic is not just saving lives. Mark and Steve spend some of their own time getting kids involved with the ambulance service.
We will do our best.
Today, they're paying a visit to the 16th Sutton Coldfield East Cub Scout group for some fun and friendly education. First task, getting through the door. But once they've got the bike in, the demonstration is quickly in full flow.
When we respond to 999 calls, we're based in the city centre. And on average, myself and Steve can get to jobs within our area in 2 to 3 minutes. We've got a volunteer. Who do you think we should pick? You can be my patient. So there we go. So we've got 96% oxygen, and you've got a heart rate of 92. This is Sam's ECG, yeah? I don't know whether you can see it very well. All those squiggly lines give us information as to what's going on within the heart.
The paramedics' visit also gives the Cubs a chance to get their own back on the group leader.
We now need to get him onto a spinal board. So the person who's got the head is always in charge. So you're going to say, we're going to move on 3 and you're going to count to 3. Okay.
On 3. 1, 2, 3.
Excellent, well done.
2, 3. Stop.
We were invited along. It's important that we take the opportunity to visit schools, cub groups, the younger generation, to try and educate them about the service that we provide as West Midlands Ambulance Service and as healthcare professionals. We could go all the way forward and he won't fall off. Yeah. Shall we stand him in the corner while you carry on?
They're interested. It would be a shame not to be here. It's a form of education. It's going to stand us in good stead in the future. They're going to take lessons from this and something will sink in and it's all to the good.
Pop your right foot on there. No, your right foot. That's it. Swing your leg over. There you go. Would you like one? There.
Birmingham, mid-morning. A 999 call is coming in. An 85-year-old woman has had a nasty fall. Mark Hayes is responding. As usual, other road users aren't being cooperative. But he makes it to the scene in just 4 minutes, and on his bike is able to ride right up the footpath to the injured lady.
Hello there. Oh dear. All right, we'll have a look, yeah. All right.
I'm 85.
Don't worry, we'll make sure you're all right. Okay. My name's Mark, I'm a paramedic. We're going to look after you.
Yeah.
What's your first name?
Beatrice.
Beatrice. Right, okay. What made you fall?
Nothing. I was walking with this fella.
Just
Just
tripped there.
Okay.
Tripped over here.
You didn't go dizzy?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so? Okay.
But of course you don't know. do you,
Okay,
really?
all right. Have you got any pain in your neck or your back at all, Beatrice?
Me knee.
Your knee? All right.
Yeah,
Are you cold? You're frozen. All right.
I'll be all right.
Okay.
I could go
You're going to
out.
have to go to the hospital, Beatrice.
I'll go.
Yeah, I think you may have broken your nose.
Blood clotting in the elderly is often slower, and bones heal slower. So Mark's keen to get Beatrice to hospital to be looked after properly.
Please, elderly female fallen, facial injury, career fractured nose. Yeah, B-cut, but if we just bear in mind, please, it's absolutely bitter and this lady's on the floor. Your nose is a funny shape. I'm assuming it wasn't a funny shape before. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop you to Dudley Road Hospital, yeah? We're going to go and get you checked.
All right.
Try not to rub that nose, just keep it nice and still. We'll pop a little dressing on the bridge of your nose, all right? How's your vision? You see okay?
Well, I've only got one eye in any case.
You've only got one eye?
Yes.
I can see two. Well, any pain in your hip at all?
No, I've got no pain.
Okay. Move your feet for me. All
I
right.
was just walking off with one of my neighbours.
Okay. I'm not going to check you out here. It's too cold to start undressing you and having a look. All right. So we're just going to hang on for an ambulance. Yeah. It's important that you try not to wipe your nose or blow your nose because you've had a bit of a nosebleed. The moment you start rubbing it, wiping it, removes the clot and you start bleeding again. All right. What do you suffer with normally?
Oh, got a book.
Am I all right to put you in my little black book?
Angina.
Angina. Anything else?
Gout.
Gout? Okay. Beatrice,
I haven't been out for a long while.
do you want to pop your gloves on? Try and keep your hands
I've only
warm.
got one.
You've only got one glove?
I've got the other one. I don't know where it's in.
Okay. Your eyes?
Yeah. I could go home.
No, I don't want you to go home, Beatrice. I want to make sure you're okay. I wouldn't be doing my job properly if we just let you go home. It's not bleeding at the moment.
No.
Yeah. But it's actually started to congeal anyway.
At my age, and I've not funny shape nose.
Oh.
Well, I'm not going to get another man.
I'm sure you'll do it quite easily. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to kneel behind you so you can rest back. That way, you can lean back against me now and just rest. That's it. There you go, just relax, let your body go floppy. Oh no, it's freezing. Hopefully we won't have to wait too long.
I should have come out. I haven't been out for months.
Haven't you?
No,
Have you been unwell?
I can't walk very well.
Yeah,
I get out of breath a lot.
yeah.
And I've been coming out, my son's been doing everything for
Has
me.
he?
I'm cold.
Oh no. Oh,
It's my fingers that are making me feel bad.
yeah, because they're cold.
Well, I could go down now.
No, I want you to go to hospital, Beatrice. You feeling any warmer?
Yes, I am. I'm
Good.
not even shivering.
You're not shivering?
No.
I am.
Poor thing.
No,
Get up, you won't go.
No, don't worry. Let's keep you warm. We've got bitter conditions. It's probably about 1 degree, but with the wind chill, it feels a damn sight colder than that. Obviously, Beatrice she's on a cold floor. I mean, it's so vital to keep her warm the best we can. That's the only downside of a motorbike. We can get there nice and quickly, and we can deliver the service and the treatment that the patient needs.
Oh, hungry.
All right, is that hurting?
Yeah.
How you doing? It's cold.
It is cold, mate.
This is Beatrice. She's 85 years young. She's fallen face first. Obvious deformity to her nose, not KO'd. On arrival, GCS 15. No nausea, vomiting, visual disturbances.
Right then, we get you up off the cold floor. Okay.
Somebody going to help me up?
We'll be warm in a minute, don't worry.
Good day, mate, with the day. She's lucky in the sense that a lot of elderly people, when they tend to fall, end up with fractured hips. She would appear to be quite minor, but nevertheless, she's still on a freezing cold floor. It's absolutely bitter. Obviously it's busy, they get an ambulance to us as quickly as possible, but still that could mean you've got a 5-10 minute wait, and today we've had a little bit of a wait in the freezing cold. We go to so much violence, alcohol, drugs, people being abusive. I could sit and talk to people like Beatrice all day long. For me, that's what I've made more of a difference there, trying to keep her warm, chatting, and she's, you know, to me that's bread and butter job. That's what it's about.
In the north of Wiltshire, in Swindon, Sergeant Barry Card and PC Gavin Brewster have an unusual job today. Off-road patrol.
These are our off-road bike, BMW F650. Completely different beast to the on-road bike. These are a single-cylinder 650cc off-road bike with specially designed off-road tyres. Well, there's a problem in Swindon, as in most towns, I guess. Usually teenagers ride around housing estates on motorcycles, some of which are legitimately theirs, although they're not riding legitimately because they haven't got crash helmets on, they're not insured, no licence, etc. And some of which are stolen. And before we got the off-road bikes, we had no way really of keeping with them or catching them. We're still going to have to respond to any collisions that come in Swindon and effectively do our on-road role. But if we get any antisocial riding around any estates, or if there's anything that's sort of linked to off-road, then we'll go and take a look.
The bikes are a joint venture between police and Swindon Borough Council. They're owned by the council, but operated by the police. They were brought in to tackle antisocial behaviour and dangerous use of scooters and mini-motos. The off-road bikers are specially trained to ride not only in fields and forests, but also around housing estates, up and down stairs, and down narrow alleyways. There's nowhere to hide for lawbreakers in Swindon. The bikes have been so successful that arrests for antisocial behaviour have dramatically reduced since their introduction. But today's call is not to antisocial behaviour. It's to a very different type of off-road problem. A flock of sheep have got loose and are blocking a road on the outskirts of Swindon. Officers Card and Brewster are ideally positioned to help out.
Yeah.
So they just want the traffic stop this end, he said.
Where are they now?
They're coming down.
What we've got here is some sheep on the road. I'm told by that member of the public that's just left that there's a farmer up there going to try and usher the sheep down. And Gavin's gone up the other end to stop the traffic at that end. We'll stop the traffic this end, and hopefully the farmer will be able to bring all of his flock down and stick them in the field.
It's not the usual call for off-road bikers, but as traffic officers, keeping the highways and byways of Wiltshire flowing freely is top priority.
Can you cover that gap? The gap, I don't want them going down there. We've got to get them into there. If you can stand, they're coming down, you see.
It's not what PC Brewster was expecting to find on today's patrol.
Yeah, that's a bit more unusual, that one. Sheep in the road, not as unusual as it probably would be in a big city, but yeah, and down this way, yeah, we don't often get it, but there we are. I didn't have my lasso on me today, unfortunately, but fortunately we were able to get them in anyway.
Birmingham, early morning rush hour, and a 999 call is coming in.
We have reports of RTC just outside the city. It's a little bit of a run, but it's believed to be a car versus a motorcycle.
accidents involving fellow bikers always hit Mark and Steve hardest. The accident site is 7 miles away. En route, Steve gets an update that the HeliMed helicopter's on its way too. It sounds serious. Steve's heading for a road on the outskirts of town, beyond Handsworth. 7 minutes after leaving the city centre, he's on scene, the first paramedic to reach the accident.
Hello there. Right.
Gentleman sitting down there.
All right, mate.
Hello, sir.
Hello there.
Right. I'm Steve.
Hello, Steve.
Oh, your name?
Neil.
Hello, Neil. How you doing?
I'm all right.
Any specific aches and pains? Anything?
No, I mean, I can feel my legs and my knees are taking a bit of a jar. My wrist's a bit of a jar, but other than that, I'm all right.
You feel it?
Yes,
It's clear that the helicopter won't be needed. Today, this motorcyclist, Neil, has had a lucky escape after colliding with a van.
My knees felt a bit twisty as I was walking.
Although he seems unhurt, Steve checks Neil over for any obvious spinal or internal injuries.
Just have a feel of your head and neck. Where I'm touching, tell me if you have any tenderness, if it's sore at all.
No, nothing at all.
Nothing down there?
No.
Excellent. Drop your chin to your chest and backwards, and that doesn't cause you any discomfort, no pulling, no pins and needles, tingling at all. Okay? Shrug your shoulders and move those, yeah?
Yeah.
Big deep breath for me. Hand out. Shall we pop you in the ambulance, sir? Obviously on your way into work?
Yeah, I drive every day, to be honest.
In the ambulance, Steve can give Neil some final advice.
Just to make you aware, you may well discover things as the day goes on, and possibly tomorrow morning, once you've been in bed for a night, that would be normal and expected. You know, I mean, you have hit the deck, and say at the moment adrenaline's still going, and you know you're thinking, oh, I'm all right, you know. But say a few hours time, you might think, oh, I've got a twinge here and I've got a twinge there. Just stay where you are until it's all done, and then we'll let you go. All right.
Okay,
all the best, sir. Okay.
I'll pull that off.
That's fine.
But walking away without a scratch from his accident isn't the only unusual thing about this biker. His ride is quite remarkable too.
Yeah. What you get for having 2 wheels on the front, innit?
Well,
it's the wrong setup, isn't it?
It's unnatural.
It's very unnatural.
I've never ridden this style of bike. I've seen them around, 2 front wheels and 1 back wheel. They're said to be more stable, and even now, after the accident, the bike is still on its wheels, stood up. We are vulnerable on motorcycles, regardless of training, experience or whatever else, we are more vulnerable. And when you get a call in that there's a motorcycle involved, motorcycle car, it does make the adrenaline flow a little bit. You are thinking, well, here's a fellow biker. It just makes you a little bit more aware, and probably for the rest of the day now, I'll just be thinking, well, you know, the roads are, there was a bit of a frost last night, so the roads are damp, so it just helps slow me down a little bit.
Outside Birmingham, Mark and Steve are having a well-earned break in the countryside.
Today, we decided to have a go at quad biking.
On your days off, I think it's really important to try and unwind. City centre life, responding on blue lights, it is stressful, it does tell on you. And whatever I'm doing, if it's out in the country, I don't think you can get any better way of stress relief than that.
Away from the medical emergencies of the city centre, Mark and Steve have a rare chance to reflect on the job and each other.
It's over 10 years we've been together.
It's over 10 years now, yeah, on the bike.
In a working relationship.
Yeah. I joined the motorcycle unit first, and then Mark came in afterwards. Yeah, we felt sorry for him.
Yeah.
You know, he kept standing at the door crying, so we let him in the end. Yeah.
The thing is, we spend more time with each other than we do with our own families, so, you know, you do build a bond, and it's good. I don't think there's many people that have the same sort of bond. I suppose after a bit you start to get on each other's nerves, but because we enjoy our job so much on the bikes, I think that helps.
So do I, but he does get on my nerves sometimes. I think spending the time together, we do learn from each other. You know, I'm wise and I've got the...
Here we go.
Little stuff. Right, you know, I'm wiser. I've got a bit more maturity, only a little bit, but I like to impart my knowledge to Mark, and I'm sure he takes that on board. But equally, I learn from Mark. You know, not a lot, but I do learn.
Oh, me Jesus.
And it seems Mark could learn a thing or two about quad biking as well.
Body weight this way.
Get my body weight that way.
Yeah, keep body weight over this way. Okay, keep coming this way. Okay. Keep your left wheel here where it's dry.
Yeah.
So literally come straight forward. And don't worry about those brambles, because they're just brambles. There's nothing there.
Ready? We've come up a bit of a steep, slippery hill. Instructor first, Steve second, tailing Charlie here. And as I've got to the top, I've veered off to the left and I'm stuck on the side of this hill with a little pond at the bottom. And I thought I was going to turn from fly mode into flipper.
But there are serious things on Steve's mind.
I haven't made any decision yet. I don't know when I'm going to retire. I'm 60 this year. So, you know, I've still got a few years left in me. Whether I choose to do them at work or outside, I don't know, but I'd hope to last a few more years yet.
The woman stabbed in Birmingham did have a collapsed lung, as Mark suspected, and was kept in hospital for a week. Malcolm was found to have broken his sternum and was off work for a month. Tests showed the young student's drink had not been spiked, but she had broken her wrist and spent 6 weeks in plaster. Beatrice had not broken her nose, but did have bad bruising and was left with 2 black eyes. And the motorcyclist escaped his ordeal with just minor cuts and bruises. Back at the biker's den, Mark and Steve have received a special delivery from the Cubs.
Well, we've had this dropped off. They've all done individual thank yous.
Dear Mark and Steve, thank you. Thank you very much for coming to Cubs. I really enjoyed sitting on the bike and learning about the bikes. That's from Liam, and I like Liam's picture. It's excellent.
Dear Mark and Steve, thank you. I enjoyed sitting on the bike, but my favourite part was talking to Mark. Thank you very much from Aidan.
Doesn't say that at all.